All right, welcome back to Career Build Series Part 28. So we had a little issue. We're kind of talking about we had electrical problems. So I made it from the oil platform all the way to the refinery fine. I plugged it in. We went from $7,500 all the way up to $65,000. And then when I went to restart the boat, the battery was so low that I couldn't restart my engines. And so that kind of put me in a bind. So what I decided to do was we have plenty of money. So what we're going to do is we're in my test world here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on that boat like I said I would in 28. And we're going to make the boat so that it's much better and so that it works well and it has a generator system and fix some of the issues we have with it. And then we're actually going to go rescue our old boat in the barge. And that way we can and when we store those back in the workbench, that's going to refund the money to us. All right, so we'll do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get back into the boat that I started working on it, and then I'm going to actually we'll start fresh. So I had a couple ideas, so I've kind of settled on this. So initially what I thought I was going to do is say, hey, these engines they already have alternators, they're already good, let's make these generators. Well, they're big engines and they're going to burn a lot of fuel. And so one thing you often have on craft is when they're sitting idle at a base doing not too much, they have an APU, an auxiliary power unit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to build an auxiliary power unit. So that's going to be another it's going to be another motor that's whole purpose is to produce electricity. So when we want, we'll turn on the APU and that will give us power. So what we're going to do here is we have a button that we don't need, so we're going to put in APU. All right, and so we're going to do, I think a flip switch is good. It's 10. All right, so when we flip this switch, it's going to turn on the APU, and that's going to act as a way to charge. So even if we're out at sea, it's going to help us charge if we want. If we're stationary, we can turn the APU on. It's going to be a small motor that's easy to start, that doesn't burn a ton of fuel, and that's going to be real efficient at charging. So let's get working on that. So it's going to be a modular, of course, like everything I build. So we're going to do, let's do I think a 2-cylinder. That'll make sure we have plenty of oomph. Let's get a clutch. All right, so we should be able to build this up pretty quick. We want to put on a belt drive there. We're just doing raw water for everything else, so we'll do raw water for this. So we need a pump. All right, so this is actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. We'll simplify all this by going, actually, don't want to do that. Let's go like this really quick. All right, and then we'll see if this will save us a little bit of time. All right, so I want a 2-cylinder engine, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to copy it, and we'll move it over. And that's one of the beauties of how Stormworks works with copy-paste. All right, so here we go. We have our 2-cylinder diesel. And the only other thing we need is air. So we'll find one of the air manifolds, and we'll just copy that up. And I think it's in the back. Yep, it's in the back. These are supercharged, so we don't need supercharged. We're going to do naturally aspirated. All right, so here we go. So we're all set up here. So we need fuel. So let's. I think I'm going to move this closer to the tank. So I will move this compass. Compass doesn't need to be perfect. I'll put it right there is fine. I'll stick it right there, actually. All right. All right, so our compass is moved. Let's move our new modular all the way to the front here. And then this is going to give us a nice generator that we can turn on and off whenever we want to. And it will give us enough charge that we can, that we don't have to worry about our battery. And I think we'll also put on a backup battery. I like having the notion of a tiny little battery. We don't need a ton of batteries as long as we keep it charged. All right, so next we need a gearbox. And we want to multiply it, so we want to face into the engine. And then we want a generator. All right, we'll just do a small gen. All right, so this is all set up, and then if we need to make it bigger, we can add some sides on it, but we should be all right. All right, so here we go. Let's put in plumb it into a fuel system. So I have symmetry off. Just double check. Yep. Okay. All right, so we'll go like this, and we'll just plumb into our fuel tank. I think our fuel tank is fine for quantity. We have I wrote it down. We have 186 gallons of fuel. We're doing fine. We're able to go long distances. It's also nice. It keeps us light that we're not carrying a ton of fuel with us. I also have an alternator on there that will just produce more electricity. That's fine. That's its whole purpose, is for this to produce electricity. So let's try 3 to 1, see what we can get, and I'll change the ratio as necessary. We need air. We need cooling. So we'll delete out some floor blocks here. All right, and we will grab some fluid ports, and that gives us gives us the what we need to get going here. Let me make sure these are colored correctly. They are. All right, so good. So now we have cooling, we have fuel, we have starter, we have all that. We just need to plumb up air. So I'm trying to think the best way to plumb up air. Let me see. I'm trying not to have to do too much extra. Let me see. That's all door. Let me see. I can't go down from there. Let's do it on this side. All right, so let's go fluid on this. Do a fluid port here. Come on. All right, let's go like this. All right. And we'll go down like that. All right, and we'll start to rebuild here. And we'll plumb this all up. This is going to give us a nice way to charge our batteries whenever we want. Be pretty simple, and you know, it lets us just turn it on and off whenever we feel like it and need it. So even if we're moving, we can use the APU. All right. So there is our APU. We need to hook that air up. So where did I put the air? Right here. So that's actually pretty close. That's not too bad. Let's run some pipe to it. Okay. All right, so this is going to be good. So hopefully just press the button, APU comes on, and we'll charge the battery. This should also take some of the load off the engines, because say we want to go faster. If the alternator is slowing our engines down a little bit, we can kick the APU on, we'll burn more fuel, but it also allows us to go a little bit faster, potentially. All right, good. So that's good. Let's see if I can hook it up to the regular, this here, hopefully. That's full. We have enough space. I can make it wider. I just need to pull it out of the out of the inside here. Let me grab it. We're hurting on space there, so let's see. All right, let's just pull it forwards, and we'll see. All right, let's grab it, and let's make it bigger. All right, so we're gonna have to add a bunch of stuff for this. So let's go. We need composite input for APU. We need a number input APU, RPS. We need a number out for air. We need a number out APU fuel. APU fuel. I wonder if I can keep the clutch at a 1. Let's try it, but we'll put something in there for now. If I can keep the clutch at a 1, that's what I'd like to do. So we'll try that for now. You know, if I can get it started with the clutch engaged, that saves me a little bit of work. Everything else should be good. Let me update it. All right, so we need to find all of these nodes now inside. All right, let's see where they ended up. There should be a whole stack of them, and we can start a whole section for this. They hide on me here, and this is kind of a stuff everywhere, so it makes it hard to find them. All right. I need to put like something so I can see where they end up, because they just, you know, it'd be nice if they flashed or something if you just put them in the world. I know this is exciting. Watch me hunt for nodes. Let's see, where are we at here? There they are. They're right here. Okay. So we're going to grab this whole section here, and I'm just going to stick it up top here so it's out of the way. All right, so we have APU clutch, APU fuel, APU air, APU RPS, APU, the information there. You know, we may, we don't really need that. Yeah, we don't need APU engine information. Let's get rid of that. You know, we're not going to go ahead and do stoichiometry. I'm just going to make it simple, so we don't need that. Let's go up here. All right, so we're essentially going to come down here. And I need to grab the PID here. All right, so we have the PID from one of our engines. I'm just going to bring it up here. All right, so we're going to go APU air there. Did I leave the old formula? Port air, I probably did not, so that's fine. We'll just do a function. So, oh, come on. So this is not level. There we go. Okay, so fuel is going to be we'll just do a function of air times that. It's going to give us fuel, so just do half the fuel. The air, make this really simple. So I'm going to try to do a constant number of 1. That's the number of 1. And that will go to the clutch. Hopefully we can get this started with that clutch fully engaged. Actually, this is fine. When the starter is on, here we'll do a numerical switch box. When the starter is engaged, it will keep it at 0, and then once it's on, it will max it. That's fine. Okay, and this will also go, APU clutch will also go to the APU's alternator. All right, so APU RPS is going to be the, let me see. So I want to control RPS to be, let me see, I want the battery to be our node here. So let's take a plus. So I want a set point of 1. All right, so that's going to be 1. 1 is going to be, I want the battery to be 100% charged. This is going to be the battery. It's the state of the battery. The cat is banging around the house. Let me find RP. Okay, so we need the, we need to find battery. You know, when I step away from a build like this for a little while, it's tough to come back because I don't know where anything is. And then when I'm good, so delta should be coming off the battery. Okay, so there it is right there. Let's go to, it's way over here. So let's go plus. And that should be like, that is good. Okay, so that's got us there plugged in. So we have the battery. So essentially we're telling the PID, hey, I want 100% battery. You only have 50% battery. Okay, crank the throttle. Get that throttle going. Okay, so here we have our, where is our, so we're looking for panel. We want to do a read on off. This is going to be that switch that we put in there for it, which is 10. All right, so this is going to start up the APU. Okay, APU. It's also going to do the starter, so we need to add a starter for this. APU start. Okay, APU starter. And then we know now that these pop up over here. APU starter. Okay. That should be the other way around. That should be an output. Okay, good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find one of my starters here. Okay, here's starter. So if RPS is less than 2.5 and the button's on, we want to go starter. Okay. All right. That's going to be starter. Okay, so we need RPS from the... did I get RPS? Did I grab the RPS from here? Let me double check, see if I actually made an RPS node. APU RPS. Okay, I need to find it now. It's always hunting to find these things. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that can go over there for now. Let's see, where did I put that? I just had it, I don't know where it went. You know what we'll do? We'll do this. APU RPS, we will delete it. We will add it back on. And I'll make it again, and now it should be where I can see it. Okay. Alright, so APU RPS is right here now. Okay, good. Alright, so we have the APU RPS, so we're going to read the APU RPS if it's less than 2.5, and 10 is selected. We're going to start our APU. Okay, I can make this a little bit prettier. Just do that really quick. So if that's less than that, APU RPS, this is 2.5. Okay, so if APU RPS is less than 2.5 and the button is on, we want to start our APU. We want to do, let's see, if the starter is not on, the clutch is 100%. So that'll be nice and easy. Let's see, will that work for me? All right, if the starter is not on, 100%. Okay, that will work. So that should give us clutch when the starter is not engaged. It should automatically throttle the engine, the APU, to maintain enough RPS to charge our battery. All right, so let's do this. All right, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Let's test it and see what we look like. So let's update this. All right, so we have some things to connect here electricity-wise. Pretty much everything to this. So that's generator, that's gearbox. The generator will go directly to the battery. Okay, so that's good. Nodes we need. Gear switch we're not working with. Clutch pressure is going to be. Let me see where are we at here. That's APU fuel. That's APU clutch. That's fine. APU fuel is going to be right here. APU air. It's going to go APU air. We need somewhere. We have a node here for APU RPS. APU RPS goes there. All right, so this should hopefully be all set. Let's move this inside and let's test it. So hopefully I should be able to turn on my APU and have that pop to life and give me some power that I need. All right, we'll move some panels around so this fits again. All right, let's try it. I don't have exhaust connected, so this is going to do nothing at the moment. So let's fix that problem. All right, so I have dual exhausts. Let's go to a triple exhaust. Let's go. Go away, please, Tarkov. Okay, thank you. There. And let's put it here in the center. So we'll just do triple exhaust out the back there. Okay, so now we need exhaust off of this. All right, so that we'll just do on this side. All right. Does it need to come up? It does not. Okay, good. So let's go like this. Let's go around. Let's shoot that directly back out the back. And then we'll be good. So I'm trying to do this a little on the fast side just so that it's not boring. Not too boring. Let's see. All right, so this should take care of, any emergency, electrical production that we need to do. All right, so that should hopefully start up. Let's try it. All right, so we're not going to turn on our main engines. We're just going, did I connect the clutch? I can't remember. I think I did. I meant to connect it to the alternator too. Let me connect that to the alternator as well. This needs to go to the alternator. I'm not going to worry about the fluid pump. I'll put that up in a second. We don't need to turn on the coolant right now. we can just run 100% pump on that as well. Okay, so let's go. We want master power systems. Let's try to burn a little bit of electricity here. Let's just try to get this electricity down a little bit. Okay, so see, we're burning electricity here. Let's just, yeah, we don't have a rope, so that's not gonna burn. So we're burning a little electricity here. I'm gonna try starting, and we get nothing. Okay. All right, so let's see what's up with this. Did I not connect the starter? I did not connect the starter. That would do it every day of the week. All right. Where's APU start? APU start. Okay, let's try it now. All right, so this should auto ramp. I should have put a dial. I'll put a dial just to check what it's doing, but okay, that's having issues. We see it's trying to charge. All right, so it's probably let's do this really quick. Let's go to just do a lower gear ratio, see if that pops for us. I just want to make sure the engine starts. Come on. Every time I try to go quick is when I end up falling in the water or something. All right, so let's go master systems. Okay, let's do let's crank that. It's a small motor. Let's crank the p-value up to 1. I just want to make sure it lights off. Alright, so let's do this. I want to see what it's doing for charge. So let's do dial. It shouldn't be doing much because every time that starter goes off, it's going to kill the clutch. So let's see what my generator looks like here. Let's bring this all the way down to the gear ratio, all the way down to 1:1. I'm trying to give this the best chance it can to start. Let's read our gauge. Okay. All right, let's see what's up with this. So we have exhaust. That's connected. We have fuel. I'm sorry, we have air. Air is hooked. Let's make sure the air is connected. Air goes up. Air goes all the way up. Air comes over here. It goes to here. The to our air, our fluid port for our air. We have fuel. Fuel should be good there. Make sure we're all merged. We are. All right. So we're running a clutch of 1. Let's do this. At the moment, I want to see if I can get this started, and I want to see if it is the clutch causing problems. So wherever APU clutch is, I'm going to disconnect it. Now let's see if I can get it started. If I can get it started, we know it's the clutch. And then we can work on that. It is not the clutch. Alright, so let's do this. We spawn it, start it, and I'm going to jump in the hull and try to see it. Alright, so. Okay, I have to unfortunately listen to that noise, but don't have a choice. Okay, so we're inside here. Let's see. Alright, stoichiometry is fine. Exhaust is fine. What's going on here? Let's see. Modular. I want the fuel. I'm kind of stuck in here. It's tough to see around all this crap. Let me go over here. Alright, so let me check my air. Throttle is incredibly low. Alright, so that's probably what it's doing. All right, so throttle is very low, so we need to clamp this. Yeah, we need to clamp it. So let's see what I want to do here. All right, so let's put a clamp on here. And we'll make a minimum number here, and then I'll just work from there. So we'll do 0.05 to 1 on that. All right, so that's going to give us a minimum of that. I'm going to rehook the clutch. I'm going to change this back to, what was it, 0.2, I think, 0.2. Same as my other PIDs, 0.2. Okay, that needs to change for the engines too. That was something else I was having an issue with. All right, logic here. Let's hook the clutch back up. APU clutch goes to there. Spawn it. And we can also hook that clutch node up to the coolant pump as well. Alright, so let's see where the air is at now. So we're doing a little bit better. Okay, so 0.05 is too low. Let's do 0.1. And I'll probably change it to RPS at some point, but we'll just let's do 0.1 for now. I just want this engine fired off and making electricity so that we can then decide what we need to do and actually set it up later. Okay, so it's running now. The PID's just a little bit too low a value. Alright, so it's outputting a small amount. What's the clutch reading? Clutch is 1. Okay. See, electricity is, we are losing electricity, which is fine. Okay. So I'm going to change my charge level to 50%. That should ramp that up. See if that does it. I might turn the... So we should hopefully be getting an air value of like 100%. We're not. Okay, so we'll see what's up with that. Alright, so I'm just going to change that PID value back to a 1. See if we can't get that to rock off and just behave itself. Okay, it says star PID just because it's APU, but it's APU p-value. You have 1. Alright, see if we can get this to rock on. There we go. That p-value is way low. Probably gonna over rev now. Okay, so that's fine. We can change our gear ratio. That will take care of this over revving. But as you can see, it's building up charge. All right, so now we're starting to get into business here. So let's go go all the way to 3 to 1. We'll see how much charge we can build. We should be able to keep this at a low RPS and build some charge up pretty fast now. Kind of convoluted and it took me a little while to get there. So the starter's a little bit annoying there. We'll fix that too. Alright, so now you can hear it doesn't sound ridiculous. Throttle's at 50%. We're producing a good amount of electricity. You can see that we're charging. So this will allow us to sit at, and say, for example, drain fuel. The other thing that this allows us to do is we can be a power generator for other things. So what I'll do is I'll hook up the shore power, so if we want to plug to the shore, we can. But also we can go from the shore power and plug into, say, our barge. And then when we're stationary, the barge doesn't need a generator. We can plug our electricity into the barge and have this boat, say, power some pumps to try to unload faster. All right, so right there we're at 0.4, as you can see. So we have more than enough. Power to do the charging we need. So that's good. So as you can see now, we've kind of solved that problem we had. We can sit here while we're doing something, and we can go ahead and we can, you know, we can charge up our system. So as you can see, your system's charging up nicely. The PID's auto-controlling it. And I'll tweak that and work on that a little bit. So let's save this really quick. Career Build Series Boat 28. All right, so we'll cross that off our list for now. You know, I'll tweak that. You know, I'm not going to bore everybody with just me doing fine-tuning forever. This here, this fuel in gallons, I finally figured out the value for that, 186, so that will look better. That's good. All right, so I can cross that off. So we'll try to get some stuff done here. We have a bunch of money, and we made a bunch of money. And now that we know how to do resource trading, we have a barge built. We have a boat that can easily tow it. We can then, you know, we essentially can print money. We don't have to wait for a rescue. Is this a rescue we want to do? No. Okay, go back to bed. We can go do that sort of stuff. So that's great. So now that we have a way to print money, we can start to spend some money. So let's see what solar panels are here. Okay, solar panels are, it won't show me the money-wise here, so let's do this. Let's save it. I want to see how much those cost, because I don't want to spam a ton of them on. Actually, it should tell us. Yeah, so see right there, it's going to, so this boat costs $23,718. So let's put some solar panels on and see where we get. Let's make sure, I'm going to do it from the inside so that I don't delete anything I need. And I'm just going to go ham on that like that. All right. And let's put some solar in. So was it 27, you know, 817. See where we're at now. It actually costs us less money now. But all right, so let's get that there. Let's copy. All right, paste. And we'll just paste this whole section here, and then we'll just merge them all up. All right, so now we have some solar on top. So this will take care of some of our charging needs here. And we'll merge up. All right, so now we have some solar. Let's go ahead and daisy chain these up. Yeah, it makes a ton of electrical nodes. See what the boat costs. Oof, that's expensive. All right, so we don't want that much. That's too much. Okay, I knew they're expensive, but I didn't know they're that expensive. Let's try that. What are we at here? 28. 28's not too much more. Let's add some more. All right, let's see if we can fill this area in here. Yeah, 40 was excessive, I think. And we don't know how much value we're going to get for that money yet. So let's do that. What are we at here? 31, that's fine. All right, so now we have that. Let's paint. Okay, let me do all my painting. All right. Symmetry. All right, so now we have our, we have some solar on there. Let's connect that up. Okay, so these are daisied. Let's go down like that. All right, so this will give us some passive electricity, I hope. I don't know how much, but, you know, as the boat's sitting there, and especially at some point we're going to want to leave this boat at anchor, we need that. So let's hook that directly down into the battery. Okay, good. All right, so now we have our APU, and we have that. So one more thing I need to connect here. So when the starter's not on, it's giving a signal of 100% to this clutch. So we can also use that same clutch here. It's also hooked to our alternator. Let's also hook it to the clutch on our pump. So when the engine's on, the pump's on full. That's fine. All right, so that will work. We have plenty of power in this engine to do as much electrical generation as we may need. That's good as well. All right, so let's look at what else is on our list here. Backlight waypoint, that's an easy one. Let's get that crossed off. So we need additive Take off that, grab the green, and we'll backlight that. That's done. All right, so we can cross that off the list. Barge tie down. We don't have a barge. We'll work on the barge later. I don't need a valve for idle anymore. I don't know what that says. Repair torch, bilge pump, repair anchor. Yeah, we can work on the anchor in a second. Let's put a. I thought I put a stay active block on there, but. All right, so this is a keep active block. Keep active marking block when on a vehicle. The vehicle will not despawn when out of range. So we want that. I don't know if I put one on here already, but whatever, we have one now. Okay, so that's on there. So that can be. So that's hopefully we can go a distance away, and that will keep it active. All right, deck lights. Deck lighting is just going to be some lighting that kind of lights up the deck here and makes it a little bit easier to see. So I think we can do across from one another there. Let's do symmetry. That's about 50% there. I won't worry about in the middle there. Let's go there. All right, let's do some lights. RGBs. Do I want RGBs? That's the question. Whatever. We'll keep it off the same controller that we do our regular lights. We'll tie them in. I don't know if it's going to be overly battery expensive, but we now have a generator, so we have that going for us, which is nice. Okay. Why did this block get painted black? Okay. All right, so those are done. Let's do electricity for them. Connect them up like so, and we'll go to another light on the ceiling here. And then what I'll do is I'll just tie it in, the same as here. So this will go to, you know, the same RGB lights here. And then that will give us deck lights. So we'll test that in a second. I'll actually test it right now. Spawn that. All right, we'll test our deck lights. This might not work because so they go on when I come inside. They'll go off when I go outside. That's fine. We can fix that. They're red now. We can dim them. That works. So they stay with whatever we have here. Trying to think if I actually want to keep those deck lights like that. Let me look. Yeah, I don't want to make another controller for it. So let's do this. We have to do this for the man overboard anyway. So let's put another player sensor. So when we're in this enclosed room, the player sensor senses us. We want to also make it so that when we're outside, the player sensor senses us. So let's go right here. Let's grab the player sensor again. Let's put it right. Let's just make it white, and I'll color it in a second. All right, so that's there. Let's paint. All right, so this player sensor here is going to, so right here we have this player sensor ties in with these lights here. Let me look at this. Okay, so this can go, I have space to make this one wider. And we'll make it so that you need both player sensors. We can also use this system for our man overboard. So let's paste that there. Let's increase it. Yes, I want to edit it. And then we'll, because you remember we want to do our man overboard system where we, where if we fall off the boat, we want it to idle the engine so that we can swim back to it and it just doesn't leave us. Okay, so in input we want outside player sensor. Okay, outside player sensor is there, so let's find it. All right, so right here, so where is our player sensor? Threshold from player sensor. Okay, so what we do here is we go like this, and we'll put an OR, and then we will just OR these like that, and that goes there like so. Okay, so that's our player sensors there. All right, that's done. That will make our lights so they work when we're close or far. Let's look at our engine here. So I want to do, I'm going to add 2 player sensors, the problem. Bearing microcontroller. Stern alt. This is maxed already. Okay, let me see. Alright, so we need to be able to kill the engines, so I'm going to do... Okay, let's do this. Alright, so let's go like this. Let's make this even bigger. Let's add a logic node here. Make a composite. Output player sensors. Alright, player sensors will go in here. We'll find that. We'll go from this OR. We will write a on-off. We'll make that 1's fine. We'll connect it, update that. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Let's make sure we plug in the other player sensor. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to set the player sensor up. So we want it to be a sphere. So a hemisphere would mean that if it's detecting anything in the back, sphere would detect everything around the ship. 5 meters might be enough. Let's make it 10 meters. That's, about 30 feet this way and 30 feet this way. If I need to move it more centrally, I will, but we'll see. All right, so let's go. This is connected to down there. Okay, that's good. Now we want to connect the composite. We want to connect it to our engine here. Let's write a wacky number here. I can actually daisy chain this and save myself a node. So that's something I want to do, I think. Okay, so this goes, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can save myself a node. I don't think I can. Alright, so I won't bother right now. I don't want to bore everybody with me trying to save a node by spending 10 minutes doing it. So let's go like this. Let's go composite composite input player sensor. Okay, that's good. So that's there. We now know where these pop up is here. Alright, so now what's going to happen is when this player sensor is red, which is reads 1, that tells us 1 or the other player sensors are going. So when the player sensors are not active, as in when the boat can no longer see us anymore, we want it to idle the engine. So let's look at our idle for our engines. So that's right here on one of them. Okay, so this idles or see, actually, yep. So this, or this, and that is port clutch. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, port clutch, and then we have where's that's. So we're looking for starboard as well. All right, so we have here. We'll idle that. So where is my idle button? So 3 from the seat idles. So let's see if I can do it that way and make it a little bit easier to do. So let's find my seat. Alright, so if I can do this from the seat, it might save me a little bit of work. Yep, that was real exciting, just me hunting. That's the problem is when you've been on another build for a while and then you get to one you haven't touched in a while, it makes it challenging to get going again. So here is okay. So we have our 3 signal from our seat that idles our engine. It's going in here. So and this connects to everything else. So instead of me reconnecting and adding things in the end, I'm going to add them on the beginning. That will save me a ton of work. So let's find where I just hid that thing that I should not have hidden. All right, so let's find the, is it right now? Where is it? It's right here. Okay, so player sensor here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. And all I have to do now is I go like this, go OR. And then I'm going to go this one or this one to here, and that will fix that so that that's not that's now nice and tidy and clean and easy. All right, and that way we're all hooked up so that if the player sensor does not detect us, then the engines will idle, hopefully. So let's update that. And it's a not condition, so if it sees us, it will not idle the engines. If it does not see us, it's going to press the idle button. So let's try that. We want to make sure this works. So when the lights come on the deck, we know we're sensed. Okay, that's weird. Why is this not sensing me? Detected true. Okay. Alright. Why are my lights not on? Do I need master power on? Okay, what's going on there? Did I not merge it? If I didn't merge it, that would do it. I didn't merge it, so that would do it. Okay, so let's merge it. That often happens. Okay, now let's try it. So the light should come on when I get close. That'll tell you how far we can get away from the boat. Okay, so this is how far we can get away from the boat before it'll be killed. Alright, any further from the boat, it should hopefully kill the engines. So we're good there, we're good here. Let's see on the front. So if I go to the front of the boat, as you can see, I'm going to loot. Actually, I'll be alright if I get on the front. So I can get everywhere on the boat, and it senses me. That's fine. We can still control our lights. So it does both our cabin and our deck lights. As you can see, I can go outside. The lights are running again. They're red now. We can dim them. We can do all that. If I want the lights off, I can shut the lights off. All right, so now let's do this. All right, let's move. All right, why? All right, that is really funky. Alright, I'm confused what's going on here, but okay, obviously touched something I shouldn't have. So let's test this. I should be able to jump off this boat and have it shut off. And it doesn't work. Okay, so let me fly. So it should be detecting my player's body over there. Alright, so the lights are off, so it's not detecting my body. Let's see what's up with this here. Alright, I don't know what that was doing. Oh, the lights, there we go. Now let me try it again. Alright, so let's fix this. And I did something, screwed everything up here. Somehow screwed the engines up. Okay, did I change a PID value on the engine? So I need to change these P values on the engines anyway. So I have port P value of 0.2. It's going to 5s. I probably shouldn't change them both at once, but I did anyways. Alright, so let's see. We're detected. We are. Okay, let's start it up and get going. I want to know why my engines aren't running at all now. Alright, so the engines are up and running. They're running. They're still losing, so I need probably more P value. Okay. Alright, so I'm giving it thrust and it's doing nothing. Okay. What is up? What did I touch? Okay, let me make sure I merged my engine. I had to have, or else I couldn't even start them. Alright, so what did I do? What did I do? Alright, port airport fuel. Alright, so am I kill switching them? Alright, let's just try to see this. What's up? Am I kill switching my engines when I'm not supposed to be? Okay, so if the player sensors, which should be 1, come on. If the player sensors are not on, it should shut my engine off. Okay, so the quickest thing we can do is delete what I did and see if the engines run normally. So let's try that, and let's see if it's this. So we'll kind of go work backwards and see if that fixes it. I know it's probably kind of a boring video. We're not really getting into anything interesting. I'm kind of just playing around. Sorry about that. Both engines start. Okay, so that's something I did there screwed it up, my boat. Okay, so now you can see I'm having RPM problems. That's because the p-value. Okay, so we'll fix the p-value. I'll change that again. So that's too high probably. Let's do 3. I'll fix the p-value. Those are stalling out. I could just fix that too by increasing the idle RPS. I might just do that. See how it behaves. Alright, we're in business now. Producing plenty of charge. You know, I have my battery started at 50%. Alright, click on the APU. As you can see, it's charging the battery even faster. Shut the APU off. Alright, so something I did with the kill switch did that. So are my lights on? My lights are on. Alright, so here we go. So that was an easy fix. I think I'm going to fix those engines a little bit. I'm going to try 2.5 here for the PID values. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my idle RPS up a little. So right here I have an idle RPS of 3. Let me do 3.5. Hopefully that'll keep it from stalling. Because where's my starter value? Starter value is if it's less than 2.5. That shouldn't be really playing into it. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Trying to keep some interesting stuff in this video. It's just me getting in the weeds a little bit too much. And you know, if you guys are not enjoying this, let me know in the comments. If you are, you know, that's, you know, I'll keep doing stuff like this. But it's you know, we've done a bunch of the cool stuff. This is getting into the weeds, trying to make the boat better, and me doing it. So I'll do some of it offline. But so that's done. All right, so let's try to get this hook back up. So let's try to understand what's up. So when we press this button 3 off our seat, it idles the engines. That's what we want to do when we fall off. All right, so we either want us to press that button, the 3 button, or we want, if the player sensors are not going. Okay. So that should work. I don't know why it doesn't. All right, so let's go. Let me see. What's this? This and this. Okay, so what is this? If the bearing micro... Okay, that's the shutoff for the bearing microcontroller. All right, so let's try this again. Let me just plug it in and see why it's not behaving itself. And then I'll try to rethink what's up. All right, so lights are on. It should let us start the engines. Engines should be started. Okay, let me start driving. What is it doing that it's doing this? It's very strange. Alright, so it's idling the... Send an idle signal to both engines. Alright, let me kind of diagnose this. Try to diagnose it quickly. Alright, so we can't do that, so let's leave that where it is for now. Okay, so that works. Alright, so we need to hook this up somewhere else. Alright, let's do it right at the, right here. I don't know why I can't do it where I want to, but it doesn't like it. So let's do, or, Control-C, V, or here. So this has to then go here, and then here. And then we'll hook that to there. It's going to be a little ugly until I get it kind of figured out what I'm doing. All right, then I need to go down here to the Starboard side, where we're here. All right, so now I need to put an oar. We need to go from here to there. We need to then take on the two that it's doing like that. And we need to connect this up to our kill switch. So I've lost track of our kill switch. Okay. We no longer need that, like that. So let's go kill switch directly to... That's fine. Kill switch directly there. Let's get rid of that ore. Let's take the kill switch here. Let's go down here to here. All right, let's update that, see if we can do it from there. I was trying to save some beaten up logic, but it ended up taking me 3 times as long, I think. So let's see if it works. Okay. Alright, we are killed at the moment, so I can't do anything. So it's pressing the kill switch. So the other thing you can always do is... Alright, so we definitely player sensed. We had that. Let me just flip the knot. Maybe I screwed up with the knot. I doubt it, but let me see. Okay, so let me... This should work. So if the player sensor is not on, idle the engines. Okay, so let me make sure I'm getting the right signal from the player sensor. Maybe I forgot to hook it up. That's often a problem, is did you forget to hook it up? All right, input from, where's that? That's from, what the hell is this? Okay, that's the light. All right, so I didn't hook it up. That's all I did, was I forgot to hook it up. And I caused myself all those problems. All right, that was it. Okay. I'm a little bit tired, so it's causing me issues. So let's, okay, so we're good here. Let's jump in. All right, we're sensed. The light's on, so that tells us we're sensed. Start it up. We should be able to drive. All right, here we go. Yep, so I forgot to hook the node. That should have been the first thing I did. I'm trying to do too many things at once, which isn't helping. Okay, so we're going 33. Let's say we're going 33 knots. We're doing a rescue. I'm screwing around in the back of the boat, and I fall off. Okay, here it stopped. All right, so the boat stopped. Now, we should be able to swim up and get on. Now, it might start up and try to go away from us. We got to watch that. Perfect. It doesn't. Okay. That's exactly what we wanted. All right, so this is a safety feature that's in real boats. I think they might do it with a fob now, but you also have, you know, often you'll have, you know, an actual tether. And so this way, if we fall off the boat, again, for whatever reason we fall off the boat, it will shut the boat down. We can just jump off the boat. And you see, it doesn't get very far before it kills it. And so even if we were in rough seas, we should be able to swim back to this boat and not drown. In our career save, if we die, we die. So, you know, I'm doing backup saves. We'll roll the save back, but perfect. So that's awesome. I'm glad that worked. I was kind of pulling my hair out trying to figure out what's up with that. So that was really important. So deck lights, we can get rid of. Losing battery, we're not losing battery anymore. Add larger batteries. I'm not going to worry about that. There's no reason to. What I will do is add a backup battery. Okay, so this is a backup battery. All right, so this is a lot of vehicles have this. We had them in the planes, you know, and so essentially what you do is, you know, we would run on one set of batteries, and then the next leg you go on another. So if one battery set failed, the other set should have been 100% charged. So we'll add a backup battery. Connect systems to stabilizer. So this is going to make it so that you need to have the systems tab on for the stabilizers to be powered. So one of my thoughts is that the stabilizers are draining a ton of battery. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a relay. A relay allows us to electrically control, you know, a system. So what we'll do here is we will take a relay, and that doesn't matter. I'm just going to I'll stick it here for now. We'll take the electricity from the relay. All right, so we have our fins here. They're connected directly to the battery. We're now going to connect it to the relay. And now we're going to connect that. Do I have any other systems? I do not. Now this is going to be connected to the battery, so we need to signal this to connect it so that the electricity can flow through. So what we're going to go is to our main panel. We should have our systems, and that turns on that. All right, so now we can actually do this for a bunch of stuff. So much of my stuff is hardwired. So you can see how we have winch directly to the battery, all this stuff directly to the battery. So the reason why I recommend you don't do this, have everything go directly to the battery, is for this very reason: is we were burning electricity for no reason. We shouldn't have been burning electricity. So this is kind of annoying. We have to then reconnect everything, but we can do that too. So we want the solar panels to directly charge the battery. If the systems are not on, we want certain systems. If the systems button on the dash is not on, we want certain systems not to work. Other things we want hotwired. We want our seat to move. Firefighting right here. Firefighting should not be directly connected to the battery. It should be connected to our systems tab. All right. Those are deck lights are fine. The winch should not be connected to a battery. It should be connected to a systems tab. Stuff like that. If the systems is not on, we don't want to be able to start our engines. Let me see where our engines are connected. Are our engines not connected to anything? Our engines are connected to our rudders. Oh, what is my engines? Is that what's causing my battery problems? I might have just had an epiphany here. My alternator doesn't appear to be connected to anything. All right. So my alternators here, they should be directly connected to the battery. Okay, so the alternators should be directly connected to the battery, like that. Okay, so that was why we were losing electricity, is we weren't connected. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so we have starters connected to our clutches, connected to our rudders. And then, oh no, it was connected. It was connected. Okay. I just did it weird. Our rudders came here, so that was fine. It was connected. We just weren't producing enough, which is fine. So now this is all connected to the systems tab. All right, so we need systems on to turn on the motors. This can actually be deleted. I'll delete that. That was just showing us how much we were producing. Are these connected? So defib needs power. First aid does not. Do I have a flashlight? Where's binoculars? Those are regular binoculars. That's a flashlight. That is a compass. So we want this connected to the defib, and then that connected to systems. So if systems is off, it won't let anything charge. I will actually connect the battery directly there, the flashlight, in case we need a flashlight and it's dark. We want to make sure that has enough. Actually, that's to recharge your flashlight, so yeah, whatever, I'll keep it connected. All right, so the anchor, we want our systems to be able to be off, I think. Yeah, we want the anchor hot powered. We want the anchor to always be powered because we need that for the magall to work. So that's fine. Let's see, where else do we connect to the battery? So we are connected. Yeah, so our alternators are hard connected. That's fine. Let's find some of our other systems. That's connected. That's what's up here. That's connected. That's fine. Lights should be connected. Nav lights. Nav lights should be hot connected, so we can leave them on. That's fine. Sensors here should not be hard connected. Sensors should be connected to our relay. So the whole reason I'm doing all this is when I shut off that systems, I don't want it draining a ton of battery. I want very little battery to be used. So that's why I'm going through all this effort to do this. Compass sensor is a sensor, so I'm actually gonna hook that up to the other sensor. What is that? That is a buzzer. That's fine. That can be hooked off of sensors. And then where all my gauges connected to, eventually they go to, this goes over here to lights, that goes up front. And then at some point right here it connects to the, so that's fine. This is the pivot that connects to the that connects directly to the battery because we want this always powered so that the pivot will turn our dash without power. So that's fine, but what we want to do is we want to then connect, nope, yeah, we want this to be connected to systems. Systems is going to have to be, all right, so master power should connect this. That's fine. All this, that's fine. Okay. So I made master power to control a relay, and I just never hooked it up. So we'll hook that up. So we want to make sure these are connected up to here. Okay, that goes there. Is that connected to, what's that? That's an indicator light. Okay, that's connected now. All right, so we should be all hooked up. So now what we want to do is we want to go to our master. I'm going to find our master power. Master power was connected to nothing. That's because we didn't get to our electric systems yet. Okay, so now let me show you what that does. So this should help us with power as well. So when I get on board, this is a hot system. It's on what's called a hot bus. So it always is powered directly to the battery. That's fine. All right, so now when I turn, so master power is required for all those things. So now remember how I said my, so look at our battery. Our battery is losing very little charge. It's just losing the lights. Let me try to shut my lights off here. Okay, so lights are off. Let's see what we're losing now. So you can see we're losing very little electricity. Let me make sure that I don't have infinite electricity. I don't. Let me check the fins. I definitely don't want the fins powered. The fins powered is going to eat up power like crazy. Okay, I can't see the fin, whatever. Okay, and then this, I'm curious how much power this is eating. This is probably, yeah, you can see that's eating some power. I bang this off the hull and connect it. Does it eat power when it's connected? I do not know. It does. Okay, so we have to worry about that. Let me jump up. I want to check my solar panels. I want to see how much that's doing. So, what we'll do is when we turn on the master, we should notice things getting more power. So solar cells do not show me how much they're producing. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we have our battery. We're losing battery, but as you can see, very little battery loss. Let's turn on the master power. That relay should be connected, and as you can see, we're burning battery faster. All right, so systems come on. That turns on our actual systems. We can, now this gauge is indexed for our fuel. We can turn on our APU. As you can see, we have a positive number there. That means our APU is able to handle all of our charge and charge up our batteries. All right, so that's good. What we're going to do is we're going to do a manual backup battery. We were talking about that, and then I think we'll end the video after that. So let me do another battery. Let's see where the center of gravity is fine, where it is. Let's just do another small one. We have more than enough with the small battery. Okay, and so what this is going to do is we are going to put that through a circuit breaker, and that's going to go to the master so that we can turn on our backup battery. And so what we'll do here is we'll actually make it right here. Okay, so we'll take an electric circuit breaker. I don't want, did I delete something? No, okay, I have symmetry on. I just want to make sure I don't delete something. That will go there. Actually, I want it, I know I'm being pedantic, but let's go like this. Okay, and then one more annoying thing, I will go like that. All right, and then I'm going to paint it, I think, like that, just so that it's visible. Okay, being really annoying now, I know. Okay, so this should be default off. This is backup battery, or we'll do yeah, backup battery. So I was gonna say emergency battery, but so what this is gonna do is, let's say we get in that situation that I had where, you guys weren't watching with me, but let's say I get in that situation where I can't start my engines, my batteries are too low, right? I have a whole battery at 100% charge that I can connect to the systems and make it work. All right, and so another tip to know is if you have a flip switch, like see this button, I need power to be able to flip this button. Flip switch, I don't need to. So that's also good. So what we'll do is, here, let me show you how this works. So, so that is connected directly to the electric relay here. And then as long as, so that will recharge as long as I have master on and that on. So this goes through here. So let me do this. Spawn it. All right, we'll make this the last thing. This video is getting kind of long and it's kind of a little boring probably. But okay, so this is main battery. Okay, this is backup battery. Okay, so so our main battery is 0 charge. So it's dead, right? Our backup battery has full charge. It's still alive. Let's actually go main battery to 10%. I was at 10% when I couldn't start my engines, so I'll show you what that looks like. Backup battery's at 100%. Let's spawn it. Make sure infinite electricity is not on. It's not on. Okay, good. So let's get over here. All right, so you see how dim these are because we're only at 10% battery. So this was the state I was in. So we're at 10% battery. Okay, so I turn on my master power. I turn on my systems. Try to start my engine. My engine will never start. So let's watch the RPM. See, it won't start. All right, so I'm going to do a test. Can I start the APU? Yes, beautiful. So the APU is also a good, in the event that I had an issue with the starting, I could start the APU too, so that's perfect. APU is a good backup system too. I have enough battery at 10% that I can start the APU. Beautiful. So now let's do, I want to flip this. I like the way it looks the other way. Actually, that's fine. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Okay, so now we're back in that same situation, right? See how dim my light is? We're at 10% battery. Oh no, I can't start my engines. Let's try them. Engine will never start. Okay, we don't have enough battery. Backup battery, engine starts. All right, now the engine started. I can shut my backup battery off. All right, so now as you can see, we're still losing battery, but I was able to give us enough battery. It took 50% of the battery from this backup battery and it put it into the other battery. All right, so let's, all right, so this is a electric charger, a one-way charge. Charge transfers electric one-way between its nodes. It can be used to recharge batteries. I've never really played with this. I kind of wanted it to not give so much power to there, but okay, whatever. I'm not going to bother with that. So anyways, we'll wrap it up here, but we got a lot done. You know, I know it probably wasn't the most entertaining, and I had a bunch of screw-ups. Just it took me forever to find that I forgot to connect a node. But let's kind of go over what we did. So we did, you know, an easy one. We did the backlight of the waypoint there. Big important feature, the man overboard switch. When we fall off, the boat won't drive away from us. It stops. All right. We did the, let's see, what else did we do? I still haven't repaired the anchor. We'll do that in another video. Stay active block was put on so that the ship won't despawn. Deck lights were done. They're tied into the other lights. We're not losing battery. We're still losing it when we're sitting, but we can shut off our systems. We have solar panels. We have an APU we can turn on. Maybe at some point I'll make that APU automatic. That it will, but I think I like it manual. Let me see. So I took the stabilizers and I made them connected to the systems tab. So if I shut off that systems, I barely burn any battery. And I think most of that battery burn's coming from the anchor. So that way we can still have anchor when the systems tab's off. So it's probably going to be better if I'm going to leave the ship out there to have a mooring. So we'll try to put a mooring ball out there. Let me see. I added a backup battery. So that was on there and worked. So that's good in emergency. We've indexed the diesel tank. We added a generator. So we did a lot. So this is really close to being release ready. I want to just, you you know, maybe touch up some other things, or maybe we'll go do a rescue of our boat, and then that'll kind of finish it up. But that gets us, I think, to the point where I can release this to you guys and feel confident that this is a good quality boat that you can use for your own needs. But yeah, so I think that was a very productive session, and we got a lot done. You know, we really, I think I keep saying I increased the quality, I think, of this build quite a bit, and got it to a place where we can really use this. You know, because I literally did break down in the other boat. So what we're going to do in the next video is this boat's up and running. It has no electrical problems. It has a man overboard switch. And we're going to go rescue the barge and the other one. Then we'll take the barge in, and we will we'll go ahead and we'll and once we've taken the barge in, we can go do some other stuff, and maybe we'll start playing with some of my other toys. All right, so thank you very much for watching. See you.